Hi guitar mates, Jeff Sinker back again with you, and we are looking at another Saxon song, The Age of Steam in fact, which was suggested to me by one of my subscribers. Really good call on this one. It's a great track. Put it on when it was mentioned and totally blown away. So the last couple of weeks I've just been working through this, trying to sort out the various parts. Going to be doing the intro, chorus and the verse, which are the main parts of the songs. I'm not looking at the guitar solo at this point. It's a long guitar solo, but might get round to it in the future. But for now, the main core of the song really is worth listening to this. And I know I keep saying this, and you're probably saying, oh, he's banging on about it again, but it really is a great, great album, this Carpe Diem. I probably will eventually do the majority of the songs on there. You know, sheer indulgence, nothing else. Also wanted to mention, just while I'm here, don't forget my premium channel. Been putting a few new items on there, and the current one is really ideal for the beginners out there and some of you intermediate players. What I've done, I've looked at the art of strumming the guitar. Very, very overlooked skill that we need as a guitar player. I'm taking it right back to the beginning. I'm taking that parts that people miss at the beginning. So if you are struggling with your strumming, then you really do want to check this course out. Links down below, and that's the end of the plug. Now, let me get into this and let me show you how to play The Age of Steam by Saxon. Right, so before we get started, just want to talk about the tuning, and as for all Saxon songs, tune down a half tone. So we've got E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Done with that, let's get into this opening lick, which appears quite a number of times through the song. Really is a nice little lick they've put together here. So what I'm going to do, I'll just play it through and then we'll break it down for you. So it goes like this. And of course that would repeat. So what are we doing? Well, we're always going to be going back to the open E string. The majority of this lick is going to go back to the open E string. So we start off with a 7 to the 5 to the open E. Then we do an 8-7 to the open E. Then we do a 10-8 to the open E. Then we have got an 8 to the 10, going to the open string. Then we've got a 7-8-7 open E. So I play that. Now that is the one part of the lick that is a constant. Always plays that little part there. Now, the second part of this, we are going to start off the same way. So we've got this 7 to the 5, 8-7 to the open, 10 to the 8 to the open E. Then we've got the opposite where we do the 8 to the 10 to the open. Then we have got 7 to the 8, sorry, the 0 to the 7-8. But that 0 is coming from that 8 to the 10. So that part would be. Now we go back and we play that original part, 7-5, 8-7, 10-8, 0. Then we got the opposite, we do the 8-10, open string, 7, 8 to the 7, 8, 7 open. Now we go back and we do the 7 to the 5. 8, 7, 0 again. 10, 8 to the 0. Now we've got that part, but we're going to go back to the 8, 10. Open string. Then we do a 10, 12. So the second part of that would be. And then it would go back and it just repeats through. So now I've played it a little bit slower on the track. We are playing at 184 beats a minute when we're playing that. So you can set up your metronome and have the metronome clicking away, trying to get it up to that speed. Of course, when you're starting out, just to get into this lick, don't have to play it flat out. Put it a little bit slow. Play it within your means, first of all. This is a great little lick just for practicing just a pedal point riff. So, don't have to go for this perfection that I'm seeing more and more on YouTube, where videos are no longer instructional, per se. They've got to be seen as a full movie production. So, really, like I always like to do this on guitar, mates, let's just keep it real. We're all going to start from somewhere, so just start off, if you're good playing that. Yeah, and he messed that one up there, didn't he? See, even get a mistake in the middle of that performance. I always get caught on that switchback between going forward through the 10 to the 8. I always get that wrong when I've been doing it. I may have even got it here in front of me tapped out, which I will give you the tab. It still goes, so it does. So don't worry about it. Get it under your belt, go through, and then just work on the speed, taking it up to what would be the 184 beats per minute. Still chuckling about the mistake on that. Now, behind that, you can hear the band starting to kind of build up behind it. Now, I've been listening to it a few times, and the mix that Andy Sneap has done in this is really, really good. It really's got that power that's building up to that. You can feel it getting more and more drama as we're playing through it. I believe that he has got another guitar in the background. So as this guitar, the main one that we've just been playing there, is playing them lines, I believe he's got a guitar in the background, heavily muted, and it's just going. Behind that line. So as you're playing that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He's got that going behind it. He also has a guitar that's playing power chords in there. And he's going between A, E, so we got this, which is that opening chord that he's played at the beginning. That's just an E5 power chord. Then he's going to play, when you hear the change, there's a chord change through that middle part as the drums start to come in. He's going to an A. Back to the E. So you've got all that drama building up, and you can hear these chords. One that's stealing from the lick that we're going to look at in a minute. You can hear again in the mix, he's got this little slide from an F to an E. So he's got little parts. Now, I haven't broken that down because you really can't hear exactly what's going on. But you do get this drama of these. Just being played. It's just an F5 to an E5. Being played through that. And of course, you've got that kick drum, that beating behind that. I'm going to try and put a little bit of backing track together. With that drum beat. So you can use that in a sense as your metronome when you're playing. That would be at 184. So before that, you're going to have to work with the metronome, but the drum piece will be up to speed. So when you get it up to there, then you can use that. I'm just going to put it, it's going to be nothing elaborate. It's just going to have the drums just going through on that to give you that feel of what you can hear on the track. But that is the main intro. It also appears in the song at various points as well. It appears through the verse section. They'll play the verse section and then the verse repeats. I think it's the verse section, maybe the chorus. Maybe it's the chorus. I can't decide which is which, but I think actually the next part we'll look at is going to be the chorus. But you can hear that being played through. So, but anyway, for me to away there, that is the opening section for the riff. Right, what we're going to do now, we are going to look at that part that I can't decide whether it's the chorus or the verse, but I think now jury is in and it's telling me, yes, it's the chorus. So also what I've done, I've changed the sound of the guitar. When you got that opening section, there's a lot of echo, which you can hear. For this part, I've got it pretty much more of a kind of a very angry sound on that. I'll put a little note in about the presets I'm using. If you wasn't aware, I use Amplitude 5 now for my sounds. So I'll just send you through the links. So this one is actually one of the presets, is British Steel. So, you know, seems a bit apt when we're talking about the age of steam. So I am using British Steel, but I think that's more of a play on the Judas Priest. But the lick, I believe, because I've only just been playing these backwards and through the sound systems, I believe it goes like this. I believe that's what it is. So it's very close when I slowed it down and played along with it. So, what are we doing? Well, again, a lot of pedaling back to that low E string this time, just to keep the rhythm going. You don't have to play that pedal through some of the parts, which I'll mention as we go through. But we start off with playing an open E string. And we're going to go from the G5, which is on the 10th fret, 10 and 12, down to 8 and 10. So we're going from a G to an F. Now that's where I put another pedal in, going down to the E. So we got a nice little slide there. Back to another E pedal with an low E again. So, well, try that. Then we've got another slide. So we've got, that's what you're hearing on the chords. So 10 down to the 8, sliding down to the 5. Sorry, 10 sliding down to the 8, to the 7, down to the 5 in that first one. With a chug directly after that. Now, on the records you can hear this. We hear that coming through, but from what I can tell, there's a chug on the low E in between each note. So we get, and it was the wrong way around. Should have been that. It should have been the E to the F to the E. So now we go back and we repeat the first part of that song. So we go. Now, the next part, what this again, I believe it is doing, is going down. Well, I play it going down here on the A string, and I'm doing 3rd fret to the 2nd fret, chug on the E, to the 3rd fret on the low E, and then back to the low E. So again. So that second part. Now, because you've done that low E, you don't have to play the chug again when it comes back in like you did at the beginning. So if I kind of run it through twice. See, I didn't play it that second time. I go. So that is the chorus. It is right, it is the chorus. Now, and you do hear that part coming in. This is the part that I was saying. When you've got that riff playing, you do hear other stages where he's doing this. That comes back in over that part. So, main part of the song, and it's such a good riff, isn't it? You know, that power, that's just a killing riff that he's playing there. I don't know what you think about that, but it's one of the best riffs I've heard for a long time. You know, as a power chord riff, there's so much going on, but just getting that separation. It really does sound good. Just kind of think you're taking a music store and just start riffing around it, just to impress the person next to you. Now what we're going to do, there is a little break before we go into what would be the verse. So we're going to just look at that. Now this will get your double stop bends a good workout, because we are going to go from the E that's what we're playing up. We are doing this. That's the section that we're looking at. But the note wise is going to be 5 fret, 6 fret, 8, 10, 12, up to the 13. But it's a double stop bend. And if you've done things like Run to the Hills, you'll know all about double stop bends. Because we are bending the G string, which is on, so I'm playing the main note, which is going to be on the target note, is going to be the E. We are going to be playing the 7th fret, which is the D on the G string, D on the G string, the other way around, and we are going to have to bend that so it goes to the same pitch, so we get this. So now I like to rake in when I'm playing that. It just sounds a little bit better, and it hides some of the mistakes as well when you're playing it. But if you do that, thing with the double bend, this double stop bends, you've got to watch. When you're down here on the lower part of the guitar, it's a wider stretch. And as you're moving up the guitar, you've got to do less of a stretch. So there's a good little gain. What a great song! It should be on one of them learning learning books, because you've got to work that position, that distancing. To get that feel. So as you're playing that through, but it is, as I said, we're going from the E note to the F to the G. Now there's a little kick there, which is very cleverly done in the song, because you're playing that one, but there's a little kick after this one. Hear that? to get that. There's that 1, 2, 3, ba. So the timing is going ba, da, 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 da. So, but it really is emphasised on the drums because he just kind of he moves from the beat to introduce that change. So again, a little great part that I like in that song, but you're going that. But that's how you get out of the chorus section to the verse section. Now, in that opening section, we do the full line. But when it appears again later, just going to kill two birds with one stone here, so I'll have to kind of go through it again. We only go as far as the 10th fret. So you get this. It's only in that first one that we go all the way up to that point there on the 13th fret. Any other time, it's just playing from the 5, 6, 8, 10, which is the A. And there is a good reason for that. So just so you're aware, later when you hear it in the song, you're stopping there on the 10th fret. So again, good little passage with these double stops. So it is. So again, take your time, work on getting that intonation. Well, you're just so, you know, I like to put in a little bit of education, a little bit of teaching here, seeing that is my job in life, is to be a teacher. When we're bending these, it's like tuning the guitar strings. It's the same as you doing, trying to get them, which is out of tune there, no? See how they are? It shows I don't need the E string in this song, but we've got that. Did you see what I was listening for? That wah, 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 wah. We're just tuning in against that. It's the same here. If I take it too high, you can hear that bend. So I'm just... So if you're practicing that, just take that 2 notes, bend it upwards until they're in tune. That's how you double dubstep. So if you've never done Run to the Hills, now you know how to do that. They do it slightly different position, but it's the same principle, is that you're bending up that lower note until the 2 are in tune. So let's move on and let's have a look at what the verses are. Right, let me just play through the verse section and then I'll go through the chords and just talk about it and just get you comfortable with that. So it goes like this. Right, let me go through the verse section. Of course, I'll play it through first of all, and then we'll break down the chords. So it goes something like this. I'll stop there because that's the chorus part. So, verses. We start with an A5. So I'm playing this. Got that little kick on the end of the 4. So we go from an A5 down, and that's going to be your B. I'm sure you heard it's going to be the main rhythm that we're playing through now. So we got the A to an F, going from an F to a B flat, just back to the A. So we get And then we start all over again, back onto the A. I believe when you're hearing that, the long, I can't say it now, protracted, that's the one I've looked for, protracted part on the A, I think he drops in, kind of drops in, he sounds a little bit boogie-woogie on that, I'm not too sure. I'd have to get Doug to tell me. So I would just give me a call up when he gets the chance and just tell me, probably tell me I'm doing it completely wrong, but I'm sure other people will as well at some point. But it does sound like there's something going on. I'm just behind it. Might even be down there on the G string, I don't know. You'd experiment yourself. But you stay on the 8, still works. So we get that. So he stays on the A to the F. Now this time we go to the G. Then we drop down to the C. And we're going to take the C and we're going to drop it down so we don't stay on that C too long. We got G. Then we go back into that part. So, got the chords there that you've got to play. If you're unsure, just go back, do the video, go back onto that. Of course, the tab's there anyway for you. So it is. Make it nice and easy for you. So, what we've got there is the main guts of the song. I'm not doing the guitar solo of this one. It's just, I said right at the beginning, I said, one of my subscribers, call out on this one. I hadn't listed this part of the song. I thought it was all going to be about railway trains and things like, like that. Totally surprised when this came up. But great call. But I'm just looking at the main part of the song. The main kind of nuts and bolts of this song. So I'm not going to be doing it. I will do the guitar solo if I get enough people requesting it and making positive comments. So if you do, and then, yeah, because that will be a sit down. I'll have to go through all the various parts of that solo. But this stage, I'm just doing the main song. So I am. I'm sure that's more than adequate for what you're looking for to do this anyway. So, got the chords there. I've rambled there, and I do apologise. But that's the main core of the song. So it is, and I just know you'll be able to kind of play along with that and enjoy yourself, and just have another great Saxon riff from that fabulous album, Carpe Diem. Oh, say I haven't decided yet about the backing track. I've still got to put down on that and get that sorted out. But as of this point, I haven't done it. By the time I've edited this video and it's ready to be posted, I might have done it. I say, don't expect bells and whistles. This is just instead of hearing the cluck, cluck, click, ding, cluck, 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 ding of that metronome, you got some drums. So it sounded a little bit more rock and roll, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm going to let you go. Have fun, enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, make some nice comments. Post a like even. Helps the channel. Helps boost it, and it really kind of pushes me to do some more and more. I am going to be doing more Saxon, don't worry, but I will be doing some more. I think Nightcrawler is next on my list by Judas Priest, of course. So, but still having fun playing through Carpe Diem. Anyway, I know I can hear in the background, shut up and get on with it. It's time for me to go. And I will see you next time. So until then, guitar mates, have fun. Don't overdo it, but main thing, just enjoy yourself. So, till the next time, it's Jeff, wishing you well. Goodbye.